Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Mothering Made Easy and I'm Kale. In today's episode, we're going to talk about a false positive pregnancy test. Yes, a false positive pregnancy test. How is it that you're seeing two lines on your pregnancy test kit, but you're not pregnant? Really? Yes. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so a little background before I tell you why you would see two lines even though you're not pregnant. Okay, so some months ago I started feeling unwell. It wasn't serious sickness. If you've read my blog post, you would know that there are so many signs, early pregnancy signs, that usually women would experience even before a men's period. I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that you can check it out. And these signs, sometimes when you have them, you're just really sure you're pregnant. I started feeling nauseous. I had headaches. I started eating more. I was getting tired. So I was convinced that no, you know what, I am pregnant. But my husband, he believed otherwise. So regardless of that, we got the pregnancy test kit and decided that, you know what, let's test to be sure. We weren't planning on having a baby, so you can imagine I was I was very anxious. So I took the test, and because I was so anxious, I couldn't wait for the full time, which said about 2 to 3 minutes, I'm not sure the exact time, to elapse, and I placed the test kit down. So after probably 10 minutes or more, I went back to look at it, and then boom, it looked like one deep line and another one which looked a bit pale. So I was like, no way, you are kidding me. My husband was still very convinced that I wasn't pregnant. So he was like, you know what, we're gonna do another test just to be sure if you really are. I was like, really? He said, yeah, we'll do another test. So fine, we got another test kit of different brands. He actually did get two, and then I did the test again. Ideally, in most cases, it would be best to wait for a day or two so that the HCG is the hormone your body produces when you get pregnant. Yeah, so that it would rise a bit more, so that if you're pregnant, well, the lines will show, and then most likely, the longer you wait, the deeper the line would be. But because I was so anxious, like, I can't wait for another day, I can't wait for 2 days, I will take the test now. So I took the test again and I got only one line. Then I found out that, well, it's possible to have two lines on your test kits even though you're not pregnant. But let me tell you why this happens, so that in case you take a pregnancy test kit and it's faint or pale, you'd know what to expect. Okay, so the first reason why you will get a false positive test, that means a line appearing to be true, which was applicable in my case, is that you waited for too long to read the test kit. Yes, usually every test kit comes with a duration where you're supposed to take the reading. Some say 2 minutes, 3. It depends on the brand and the type of test kit you are using. It will tell you that, okay, so you put the urine here, and then after read it. If it's this, is false. If it's this, is negative. If it's this, is invalid. So there are instructions on it. So what you have to do when you're testing for pregnancy at home is that check the instruction. How many minutes did it say wait for? So once you check and it's 2 minutes, you have to check within that time. But if the time elapses and it's pale or faint, it could be a false positive test. Yes, this is because the urine evaporates when it keeps long. The urine evaporates from the kit. Once it evaporates, it forms a film which begins to look like a double line, but it actually isn't. It's an evaporation line appearing to be a faint pregnancy test, and then in this case a false pregnancy test. Now the next reason why you will get a false pregnancy test could be maybe the test kit you bought has expired. Yes. So what you should do is whenever you buy anything, it doesn't have to even be just a test kit. Whenever you buy the medication, food, whatever, always make sure you check the expiry date. Once the item has expired, it will not give you the results you're looking for. It will not give you accurate results. Yes, you will get a reading, but it will not be accurate because the product you're using is already invalid, it's expired, it's kaput. So yes, you will not get the results you're looking for. The third reason why you will get a false positive test is if you're undergoing fertility treatment. People who are usually doing in vitro, they receive some sort of injections, and some of these injections increases their HCG levels, and this will tend to give you a false positive pregnancy test. So if you take a pregnancy test while you've done an in vitro a little too early, it's possible that you could get a false pregnancy test result. Now, the fourth reason why you may get a false positive result could be if you've recently had a miscarriage. If you have, usually the HCG levels could take about 3 to 6 weeks for it to completely leave your system. So if you're still trying to conceive right after a miscarriage and the hormones haven't completely left your system and you test, you will get a faint positive. Yes, you will get a faint line which may appear to be pregnant, or you may appear to be pregnant, only for you to find out later that you're not, because it's a false positive. It's just the residual hormones that were left in your body by the miscarriage which hasn't left. That is what is producing the positive test on your kit. The fifth reason why you could have a false positive pregnancy test is when you have an ectopic pregnancy. So an ectopic pregnancy is a kind of pregnancy that occurs outside the uterus. Every living organism has a conducive environment in which it can go. For instance, you can't go fish in soil because that is not the conducive environment for growing fish. Yes, the soil is for crops, so once you go fish there, it won't go. It's the same way for the body, and it's the same way when you're trying to have a baby. The uterus is the place for the baby. So if the fertilization occurs outside the uterus, which in most cases it could happen in the fallopian tubes, for instance, then you could get a positive result. It means that yes, you're pregnant, but because the pregnancy is not in the right place, you still have the hormones in your body, but because it's growing in the wrong environment, the pregnancy will not thrive. So, and ectopics are very life-threatening. So in this case, you need to see a doctor for them to do the needful. So what should you do when you have a false positive test or a pregnancy test where it's negative, or it's a faint positive, or it looks like it's a positive? You're not sure what to do. What you should do is wait. Sister, wait. Waiting is a bitch. I said it. Waiting is a bitch. But in this case, there's really not much you can do. You can wait a while and then give yourself a bit of time. If you really are pregnant, your HCG levels are gonna go up, and you will get 2 lines that are strong enough that undeniably say you are pregnant. Or the other option you could do is to go to the hospital right away. They will run blood tests that are usually able to tell even your HCG levels and are able to tell whether you are pregnant or not. And it's a very efficient way of telling whether you are pregnant or not. From there, they can even proceed to tell whether it's time to take a scan to show if the baby is in the uterus or not. The doctors will decide what the next steps are. So if you're trying to conceive, good luck to you. It will happen. I am praying with you. If you found this video useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Take care. Bye.